Hey bro, how's it going, man? You might have never clicked on my videos before. This might be the first video you've actually seen, but you probably clicked on this video because you're stuck in a rut. Maybe you're feeling depressed, feeling like life's not going your way. And I'm about to help you get out of that, out of the rut, out of the depression, and start a new life. So if you don't already know anything about me, I was stuck in a rut pretty much for 6 years. Yeah, I may have enjoyed a few of them days of the 6 years, but most days I was consuming drugs, I was drinking alcohol on a daily basis. I was also smoking weed every day and using hard drugs on the weekend. Now I completely flipped my life around. I don't use any drugs nowadays. I'm completely sober. The only thing I really use is nicotine, caffeine, and water. And food, of course. Now, it obviously took a lot to go from using drugs every day, drinking alcohol most days. It took a lot to completely turn my life around, but in the process, I learned a lot. And I learned a lot of things that could potentially help you as well. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Now, first of all, you have to understand why you got in that rut, or why you're still in that rut. And a lot of the time, if it's with drugs and alcohol, I find that it's because we are lost in life. We don't know what our exact purpose is, which is completely understandable. You know, you pick your GCSEs at like 14 years old, or maybe you're taking them at 14. You probably pick them at like 12. How the hell are you meant to know what you want to do for the rest of your life at 12, 13 years old? You don't. You know, I still don't necessarily know what I want to do right now. But I know that I'm working to become the best version of me. So regardless of what career I do, regardless of where I end up in life, I know that I'm trying to be the best version of me every day. I'm getting them 1% wins every day. And that is what is going to help you get out of this rut. So, maybe you're lacking direction. Maybe you don't know what you want to do for the rest of your life, which is cool. So let's focus on the now. Let's focus on what you can do now without knowing what you want to do in the future. Let's focus on the daily steps that you can take, because that's what's going to get you out of this rut. So the first thing I'll recommend, and I'll show you because I've got my diary here. 2025, let's make this your year, bro. Take this on board. Before I get started, if there is anything you're struggling with, drop me a DM on Instagram. It's in the description. Now, what I started doing is, I was doing this last year. I was still reasonably dialed in whilst I was using drugs and alcohol, but obviously I could never stay consistent because say I drink one weekend, well, that would just make Monday feel shit. And then I'd want to smoke a joint to run away from the depression, or whatever you want to call it, the rut that I got myself in, okay? So I started planning my days from complete start to finish. And I'd tick them off. At the end of the day, I'd tick everything off. And that would give me some sort of satisfaction. That would make me know that I completed the things that I say that I was going to do. I've mentioned in videos before, to build self-belief, you have to know that when you say you will do something, you will actually get it done. So writing it down and getting it done, that's going to build that self-belief. So the first thing I will tell you that will help you is planning your days. Planning your days is going to be a game changer. Now, the second thing I'm going to tell you is daily non-negotiables. So let's say 5 things that you do first thing in the morning to prime your day, to get you ready for the day ahead. When you complete these 5 things, you will know that the day's off to a good start. The days where you don't complete the 5 things, you'll know that you're heading back down the route into a rut. So stick to these 5 things. It can be anything you want. My 5 things are usually pray. So the first thing I do, the minute I jump out of bed, is jump on my knees and pray and ask God for guidance throughout the day. Now, you don't have to do this. This is all completely up to you. As I said, you can adjust it accordingly to how you want to do things. From there, I'll weigh myself. So I work out in the gym. I'm on a diet at the minute. I've been bulking for around 4 to 6 months. I can't remember exactly how long, but I've been bulking for a while and now I'm dieting down. So I need to know that I'm dropping that weight. So how do I know that? Before I eat, before I drink anything, I'll weigh myself. Okay, cool. The last 3 days I've dropped a bit of weight. So I'll pray, I'll weigh, and then I'll train my abs. I'm still kind of half asleep. So while I'm training my abs, I'm still somewhat half asleep. So it's not the hardest thing in the world. That's 3 things. Pray, weigh, train abs. Then I'll read 2 pages out of a positive book. Any book. Anything you want. Realistically, you probably want non-fiction. Something non-fictional. A book that I always recommend, which is what helped me get out of the rut, is Atomic Habits. And it's about getting them 1% wins every day. Them daily non-negotiables. 1% every day builds up. You do that for a year, trust me, you'll be in a completely different situation to what you are now. And finally, I hydrate. Water. It's important. 5 things straight away. I've started my day off. I've primed my day to be a good day. Guys, these are very small things. But if you stick to them for months on end, it will completely change your life. It changed mine. I'm evidence of it. I'm proof that it works. You know, if you need some help with putting that structure in place, DM me on Instagram, drop a DM, drop a comment, and I'll get back to all of them. I'll be sure to get back to it. You can completely turn your life around. It's only the 2nd of April. This year can be your year still. Don't let your goals run away. Don't let your aspirations, your dreams fall away. If you're in this rut, let's get you out of it. Guys, have some structure. Structure is what will completely change your life. I hope that helps someone. If you haven't already, subscribe. It helps me. And let's make this year your year.